Hello people, welcome back to the channel. It's Donald Trump just showed it is respectable. Congratulations all and sundry. The crypto marketplace just flipped in this news, plus the SEC simply lost. What does this mean for XRP and Ripple? Hello beautiful human beings. As you can see, this is it is pumping, right? Wait, which way, right? It's pumping. So the market simply flipped, as you could see. Some assets already turned green after this morning race. The crypto marketplace changed into like OMG, Donald Trump came out with an assertion and the crypto market just flipped. XRP became green, Bitcoin is ready to show green. I'll proportion with you what is taking place there, plus what is happening with the SEC and what courtroom case did they truly simply lose. All I ask from you is that you provide me a stunning smile to ship out the ones correct vibes. So yeah, stick around and I'll see you in the coaching with heavy hearts and whether or not we've proved to be better than the ones correct vibes. Smishily damage that like button. I assume that nowadays we can get 2,000 likes on this video. You understand? Even as you're doing that, I'm going to give myself a rub down, right? I'm going to rub down myself. Okay, it's only a prop, wasn't even running. So allows get into it. Currently XRP is sitting at $2.53, up 1.34% of the day. Makes RP actually dropped all the mana down beneath the trend line to $2.33. It absolutely came about 2 times. It occurred right here, after which it befell right here. So it came about 2 instances right here for XRP. But then we saw a comeback. So there has been a comeback in advance this night. And now, for the reason that information has popped out, the Donald information, we have seen XRP turn green. We've seen Bitcoin drop all of the mana down under 900.00. And you recognize what, I hate to confess it, however, Jim Cramer become proper. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Jim changed into proper. Jim stated that it would drop to 90.0, and that could be a good buy area. And everyone changed into laughing at Jim, and nobody notioned because Bitcoin become a 100.0 on the time, and it did. And it dropped under 90.0 and has on the grounds and then popped up back over 94.000 in the beyond few hours. The market remains very risky by way of almost 6% here within the ultimate 7.5 of hours right here for Bitcoin. Ethereum turned into down over 8%, now it's down yardies 4%. So masses of volatility here in the marketplace, and it is searching like a pleasing comeback. So yeah, I mean, what it is a marketplace that is getting less and less market risk in materials, and it is finding its own thing to do. Now again, is this the trigger that sends us, you recognize, on a nice momentum? That's going to be the query. Last month across the CPI week, we had days of big promote-offs, and then we started coming back the day earlier than the CPI numbers got here out. And so it might be exciting to look what occurs this week. Every unmarried time is one of a kind. However, every now and then it is, information will trump the worry. Trump proper or Trump the worry? So essentially what passed off with Donald Trump. So Justin, President decide on Trump, predicted to issue government orders associated with crypto regulations on the first day in office. And as you could see right here, it says Sachs, a member of the Trump transition group, were operating closely with crypto leaders to finalize a legislative strategy. Executive orders on the primary day of his presidency, which can cope with problems consisting of the banking and the repeal of debatable crypto accounting policy requiring banks maintaining virtual belongings to count them as liabilities at the bank-owned balance sheet, in line with individuals involved with conversations. And then it says here, the Trump group have made this clean. This miles a concern, and that is coming from the Washington, the repeal of debatable crypto accounting policy requiring banks maintaining virtual belongings to count them as liabilities at the bank-owned balance sheet, in line with individuals involved with the conversation. And then it says here, the Trump group have made this clean. It's miles a concern, and that is coming from the Washington, the repeal of debatable crypto accounting policy requiring banks maintaining virtual belongings to count them as liabilities at the bank-owned balance sheet, in line with individuals involved with the conversation. And now the Washington published, I have some problems with the Washington published, but I suppose it is, you understand, it is owned by me. Wait a second, it's owned by me. A lot of human beings in the comment section say, I'm look, like what's his called? I forgot his name proper now, the former CEO of Amazon proper, and Jeff Bezos, a few people specifically after I wear this hoodie. Uncle Fester, right? I must have started out the video with, hey, I'm Uncle Fester right here. So you can have a laugh inside the remark segment with the ones, and there is others I recognize. Gargamel, you want the Gargamel ones. So it's definitely exciting, that form of move the marketplace, and once more XRP up around 2% here, persevering to upward push. We'll see what the market does in the subsequent coming hours. It's going to be very, very interesting. Again, I'm not a prophet. I don't know exactly what will happen. However, while we noticed the move on XRP on Solar Saturday, I did not adore it because it became like, oh, the complete marketplace turned into flat. and all at once XRP popped, and that changed into kind of weird. And from time to time, whilst you see the ones varieties of matters, but now there's greater, which we will get into in just a twad. And the entire marketplace is transferring up. So I like those actions lots extra than the motion that we noticed on Saturday proper. So it'll be thrilling to see what occurs. And again, I'm no longer a prophet. I don't know exactly if it's going to cross up or down. It looks like it's high quality momentum. However, it does not suggest so. One can take place. Be consulted. You know, like mining can take place. One could suggest one can take place. XRP has long gone into the bottom of the stochastic RSI at the 4-hour chart. Almost each unmarried time that it has touched the pinnacle, it has gone to the bottom. It nearly got there, however, this pop-up right here at the news form of this doesn't make it show up. So that is why, even though some thing follows a certain pattern, styles are meant to be broken sometimes, and information generally will demolish patterns. So it truly is very critical to keep in mind. Now, what befell with the SEC? We saw the SEC essentially lose their situation in opposition to Coinbase. Well, a part of it to say, hey, big, this is Stuart, the CFO of Ripple, tweeting out huge congrats to the CFO of Coinbase and Coinbase for the win nowadays. In Gensler's finals day, his anti-crypto campaign is imploding, and federal enchantment courts has laid bare what the enterprise has said for years is choosing enforcement of protection legal guidelines became a now not so covert attempt to ban industry outright. Shameful. This pretty much says it all. And let's see what it says here. We properly remand the SEC to explain itself. It ought to no longer supply but some other poor rationalization in the already long line of them. Keep the honor on the SEC, not for myself, but for all of the benefactors and protectors alike. Gin gardening 10 years ago, which is end play offensive. My fifth new inventions create new threat, fraud risks, and the business enterprise wishes to defend in opposition to them, but sporadically enforcing unwell-fitting rules in opposition to crypto businesses, which can be seeking to follow the law, is going manner past preventing fraud. It goals an entire industry and risk de facto banning it. On remand, the SEC should grapple with the hassle. And you can see that is a direction very, very useful right here for Ripple's case and Ripple's enchantment. The SEC has to give you the documents till the 15th from what I'm studying. So it will be interesting to peer what takes place. And I wanted to peer what he tweeted out. We just received our petition for a writ of mandamus at the Third Circuit, rebunking the SEC Gov for its order denying our rulemaking petition. The court held that the SEC order changed into and conclose are insufficiently reasoned, and as a result, arbitrary and capricious. We supply Coinbase petition in element and remand to the SEC for greater entire explanations. We'd admire the court's cautious attention. We, in addition, admire the judge's concurrence, and which he speaks forcibly about the looming constitutional concerns. So this is thrilling. You understand, English is my second language, so do not be irritated at me if I mess up these legal words proper. There's loads of phrases that you recognize. I did university in Hebrew proper. I didn't do the SATs in English, but oh well. Actually, whilst there may be take a look at here and hey, and you have to do like there's a English part, a math element, and a Hebrew component, because the temptation for some people, the fear for some people, would be the prospect of something like the Amazon reassessment come through. And so the English component, I got almost an ideal rating due to the fact my English is certainly precise. The Hebrew, no longer so much the mathematics. I was given an amazing grade too. So, but don't be mad at me if I mess up some words. So it is going to be interesting to peer what occurs with the SEC as opposed to Ripple case, as we had this. And just any other loss for the SEC with Gary Gensler on his manner out. And it'll be interesting to look how the entire appeal with the SEC versus Ripple performs out. I'm very, very fantastic on this, however, you by no means understand.